Alan, your players had to work tremendously hard today. You must be thrilled with that point.
Yeah, absolutely delighted, especially coming to a place like Palace, who have had such a fantastic season and really sort of positive and pacey. And no, we had to dig in, very similar to the game the Boxing Day game. But I thought that we really showed ourselves, the spirit that is there amongst the players. And yeah, it was a terrific point.
And 3 clean sheets in a row. How much pleasure do you take from that?
Obviously, I mean, I think the players will probably, certainly the defenders, probably more concerned myself that we possibly not creating as many chances, but it certainly is a great base to start from. If you're not conceding goals, then obviously you are going to pick up points, and certainly, I mean, we need to pick up as many points as we possibly can during this period.
I know it's not always fair to pick out individuals, but Alan Pardew's just described Ashley Williams as a massive pain in the bum today. He was terrific, wasn't he?
He really epitomises probably the spirit of the side today. I thought he was absolutely outstanding, but he has been for such a long time for us, and it's really no surprise. The performance that he gave today is what we've become used to over so many seasons he's been with us. But yeah, I thought he was immense today. I thought in a number of really strong performances that Ash was outstanding.
Now, when you're standing in the dugout and you see the ball falling to a finisher like Patrick Bamford, do you fear the worst?
Well, we've not so much with Lukasz Fabianski in goals. I mean, Lukasz again. I thought he was terrific. I mean, he wasn't 100% before the game in terms of. I think he was a little bit of sickness and diarrhoea, but again, he showed tremendous character, and it's what we need to get ourselves out of our current situation.
Is there ever a risk in making as many changes as you did today, do you think?
Well, yeah, obviously if we'd have lost the game, then... but it was. I really didn't want to sort of make as many changes, but, there were a couple of niggly injuries, which, if the game had even been 24 hours later, we could have possibly played another 2 or 3, probably. And a couple needed a little bit of a rest after the tough game that we played Boxing Day. So it was far too many than we had originally planned, but I mean, sometimes injuries can sort of take over, and especially with the games where there's absolutely no time to turn around. But I thought the players who came in, I thought they were terrific, and likewise then when we made the substitutions with about 30 minutes to go, then I thought that they gave us the extra legs, which I thought then we started to compete on more level terms.
And but for a fellow Welshman in Wayne Hennessy, you might have left with all 3 points.
Yeah, and if he wasn't 6'7" as well, I mean, and Gylfi is so good, Sigerson. He's such a great dead ball specialist that you're almost disappointed when he doesn't score in those situations. But yeah, it was a great save from Wayne. I mean, he wasn't called upon to do a great deal, but obviously when he's called upon, then he rose to the occasion, which I'll probably have a word with him a little bit later now.
Swansea fans were magnificent again for you, weren't they, chanting your name at the end there. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah, in a strange sort of way. I told Alan straight after the game that, how he's managed to do it for this long. I say my voice is gone. I'm sure my hair's starting to fall out as well as going grey. So, yeah, strangely, yeah, you do enjoy it. But that obviously, we've had a couple of runs of decent results of late, and I think that obviously it's all about results and performances.
You can see how stressful it is as well. You mean?
Yeah, well, you can tell by my voice. It's a little bit of emotion. Obviously, you're shouting a lot more. But yeah, I say how people can do it for 20, 30 years, and I've only done it for a fortnight, and I'm worn out.